Hi, I'm Catherine from MBOS 64, and today we're going to have a different kind of video for two reasons. One, don't really have a game review for you guys, and I want to kind of take the game reviews in a different direction so that they're a little more interesting and a little more in-depth. And two, I have nowhere else to put this video, and this channel isn't necessarily all about, I guess you could say it is all about video games, but the way me and my brothers have interpreted this channel is just kind of a way for us to, I guess, try new things and embark on different adventures in media. So let's get started on this wonderful new video. Basically, it's a hair video. I've owed my friend an explanation on how to take care of her hair. Basically, this is just kind of a little explanation, hopefully that doesn't go on too long, on the basic things that you will need to take care of your lovely new little afro. And to anyone else who's watching this, could be helpful to you too. So we're gonna go over the basic 5 things that you will need to take care of your natural hair. Any texture, pattern, type, whatever. This is very general, so this pretty much will apply to everybody, and you just take whatever you want from it. Not everyone uses the same products, not everyone has the same techniques, and essentially that's what it comes down to, technique, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. Also, before I go on, I will leave links below to YouTubers or videos that help me on my natural hair journey, and we'll probably go a little more in depth on certain aspects of natural hair care. So let's actually get started. So number 1, you will need some kind of shampoo or co-wash. And this sounds really, really obvious, but some people think, oh, you know, you go natural so you stop using shampoo, or you can continue using a shampoo that you were using when you were maybe straightening or relaxing your hair. Not necessarily, because some shampoos are more stripping than others, and now that you're leaving your hair in its natural state, it's going to need more moisture. So you want to retain the oils in your scalp or on your scalp. And to do that, you'll need a shampoo that's probably a little more gentle. Maybe sulfate-free, depending on your preference. I don't really prefer sulfate-free just because I never feel like my hair is clean. Then again, maybe I haven't tried a good sulfate-free shampoo. If you have any recommendations, please let me know. I'm willing to try new things. Yeah, you know, pick something that's either low in sulfates, no sulfates, will not strip your hair, and will hopefully allow you to be able to still comb your hair. Because I've used shampoos, and I'm sure some of you have as well, that left your hair feeling like a ball of dried knots. Like, it just feels like Brillo, basically. Like, you scrub your hair and then it's like, oh look, I've created a nest for some birds on my head, and that's not what you want. Number 2 is conditioner. You're gonna need a really awesome conditioner. Why? Because I personally believe that conditioner is probably the most important part of washing your hair, in a sense, because that's, after you shampoo, your hair is going to be missing some oils, you know, it's like you're cleaning your hair, basically. You're taking everything off of it, and now it's time to kind of put some goodies on it to kind of, you know, nourish your hair, moisturize it, you know, rebalance it. And so you're going to need a really good conditioner for that. And I personally would recommend the Shea Moisture line. Don't be afraid to spend maybe an extra $5 to $10 on one, because they tend to, the more high-end ones or the better ones tend to range between $10, $15, I would say. All the Shea Moisture products cost $10. I've yet to try a more expensive brand, but I've heard good things about a lot of different lines and different brands, and I'm not gonna lie, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. Just disclaimer, many natural hair care products are not cheap. That does not mean that all of them are expensive, but by not cheap, I mean they don't all cost like, you know, $5. Like, you know, if you go to Target and you get Tresemme, sometimes a bottle of Tresemme is only $5, and I've seen bottles of like Aussie or Fructis that are like $3 depending on where you go, you're not really going to find that for natural hair products, generally speaking. So conditioner, get a really good one, okay? Get a really good one. Try to get it without weird ingredients, unless you don't care. Some people do really care about the ingredients in their products, and if you're not such a stickler about it, don't be afraid of ingredients, unless you have one or two that maybe you would rather not have, you know, chilling on your scalp for a couple minutes. So just do your research. Number 3, you're gonna need a leave-in conditioner. And this is a little tricky because I can't say more than leave-in conditioner, because depending on the type of hair that you have, and I don't mean that as, you know, your curl pattern or thickness or whatever, I mean literally your hair type. Is it frizzy? Is it porous? Does it break easily? You know, is it damaged? You know, all these kinds of different things that can happen to your hair that your hair naturally is like. My hair naturally is on the frizzy side. It does get frizzy very easily. You know, if it's humid, it just puffs. It just turns into a puff ball and it feels weird. So just kind of try to analyze your hair, try to figure out, you know what, like, is it dry? Like, is it kind of frizzy? Is that just like the way that I might be doing my hair, that it's coming out this way? So don't be afraid to play with different techniques and different leave-in conditioners or even shampoos or regular conditioners, because those can all affect the end result. Alright, so number 4 is oil. Now, oil is not completely necessary in your hair regimen. I don't know if I want to recommend it or not, but if you do have damaged hair or, like, you know, color treated, bleached hair, if it, you know, that is essentially damage, or even just your ends or something like that, I would recommend using an oil only on those parts. Like, if you can try really hard to use a light oil and just like either spritz it or rub it into those pieces of hair that you know, they need the extra treatment or the extra nourishment, and that's really all you'll need, because that's all I essentially do. I make sure I spray my whole head, but I focus mostly on my ends and on the blonde piece right here, because this gets really dry if I don't do anything to it. But otherwise, an oil is almost like, it's a toss-up. It really depends on your hair type. Again, just like with leave-in conditioner, it really depends on your hair type really heavily. However, you can use them for a lot of different things. You can look up, you know, the different uses of oils when regarding natural hair, and you'll find a lot of stuff. But there's a lot of oils out there. Just like with leave-in conditioner, play around, see if you feel like you need it, see if it's something that's for you. You know, do your research, read up on it, and see if it's something that you feel like you need or that you want to include in your regular hair regimen. Number 5 is a deep conditioner or a hair mask, you know, vice versa, you know, same thing really. Vice versa? That's not how you use that. Why did I say it? I'm tired. So deep conditioner or a hair mask, basically all they're for is, you know, what it sounds like. It's something that's going to deep condition your hair. It's something that's going to revitalize, re-moisturize your hair. Usually people use deep conditioners maybe monthly, depending on your hair type again, maybe monthly, bi-weekly, you know, whatever suits your schedule, your lifestyle, what have you, because when you deep condition, typically you do it for a couple hours, or some people will do it overnight. I do it overnight. It's just easier for me to put it on at night and wash it out in the morning. And usually you deep condition just as part of your regimen, like, again, monthly, or you do it before or after some kind of styling. And in general, it's just kind of something you can do that if you feel like your hair is feeling kind of wrong or dry. In the winter, sometimes your hair can feel really dry, or even in the summer. And it's just something to do to, like, wake up your hair. It's kind of like splashing cold water in your face. You know, it wakes you up. It's like, whoa, I'm ready for life. And now your hair's like, whoa, I'm ready to look amazing again. And those are the kind of results you want to look for. So when choosing a deep conditioner, it really is up to chance, honestly. It falls into the same category as leave-in conditioners, oils, you know, pretty much every product you will try. It is a game of chance, in a sense. You have to find something that's going to work for you, and sometimes it's a single product in a line, and sometimes it's the whole brand. Like, I find Shea Moisture works really well with my hair, and honestly, I've yet to find a decent I've yet to find a deep conditioner I'm in love with, and I've yet to find a shampoo that I'm in love with. So I'm really just in love with my conditioner, my leave-in conditioner. That's it. I don't know what else to do. Another thing, try to, and this is going to be really hard at the beginning, try to limit the amount of products you use. Don't go crazy. You don't need, a mousse on top of a leave-in, on top of oil, combined with gel, you don't need everything. Keep it simple in the beginning. Test the waters, see what you like, and eventually, it's going to take a couple months. You need to be patient. It's going to take a couple months, but eventually you will find like your holy grail product. You're going to find the one thing that every time you run out, you're going to be really upset. I'm going to end on that note, and also my throat hurts from talking so much. I've been talking a lot lately. Oh my god, you heard that? That's the sound of my dying vocal cords. So, I hope you learned something from this. Whether it was my friend Islania, whether you learned something from this or somebody else learned something from this, I hope you gained something from it in general. And yeah, that's it. That's about it. If you want me to make another kind of really long informative video, I can do that. Or if you want me to just break it down into chunks, I can do that as well. But yeah, there will be links below. And that is all. I will see you in the next whatever thing I do or appear in. Bye.